Hi, and welcome to episode 7 of my series about the Pyara region, a fakemon region inspired by Pakistan. Last episode we looked at some object and food-based Pokemon that call Pyara cities home. And as we move from the city back out into the wild, let's take some time to explore some of Pokemon's big mascots. I'm talking Eevee, Pikachu and Meowth. First up, EEVEELUTIONS. The Pyara Dex has 4 of them, and they all evolve when Eevee reaches a level threshold while holding one of 4 relevant items. Kicking things off, when Eevee levels up while holding the Cloud Balloon, it evolves into the flying type Avion. Having adapted to life at high altitudes by expanding its lung capacity, Avion flies by inflating its neck-roughened tail and using its powerful legs to steer and propel itself. This evolution was inspired by the Frigatebird, with the males inflating a pouch on their neck during mating season to attract females, with a little bit of balloon animals, and the clowns that make them, thrown in for good measure. Next, when Eevee levels up while holding the Mutagen Ooze, it evolves into the poison type Contagion. In the wild, Eevee can evolve into this form in response to areas with high densities of dangerous predators, but recently leftover chemicals from industrial processes also induced this evolution. Contagion's thick fur is saturated with toxic sludge, which it releases when cornered. It's also smaller than the other evolutions, about the same size as Eevee. By putting less energy into growth, it can put more into producing poison. The bright colours warn predators not to eat it, a tactic known as aposematism. Next up, when an Eevee levels up using the Spirit tag, it evolves into the ghost type Oblivion. Oblivion exists between the worlds of the living and the dead, and according to folklore they also act as messengers for those on the other side. Design-wise, Oblivion takes the more modern slim evolution silhouette and cranks the visuals up, making it even thinner with some parts of his corporeal form missing, and sort of an unsettling hair vibe with those big staring eyes. Finally, my weirdest and wildest evolution concept. When Eevee levels up while holding the Royal Jelly, it evolves into the bug type Beeon. Upon evolving, Eevee turns into a living beehive, acting as a queen for a swarm of bees, with the Royal Jelly triggering a dramatic transformation, just like it does for bee larvae destined to become queens in real life. Beeon's little guys work in perfect harmony to protect and sustain their queen, directed by Beeon via complex pheromones. Next up, I want to explore a concept that doesn't happen every gen, and isn't widely recognised as a capital T trend, but is still interesting to explore conceptually. So we all know about Pika clones, the electric type mammals that homage Pikachu with their cutesy appearance and electric cheeks, with each new gen getting a new Pika clone. But something else that I've noticed is something I call alternate Pikachus. Designs that aren't Pika clones, but fill that same Pikachu shaped cutesy mascot role for other types. The most obvious example is probably Manul, the infamous Pika-Blue, but you could also argue that Mimikyu is the alternate Pikachu of the ghost type, Clefairy of the fairy type, and Trubbish of the poison type. The All-Mate region also played with the concept of things that aren't Pika clones but evoke Pikachu with Senzumi and Tamagotchi. So now that I've explained what I think an alternate Pikachu is, here's one for the bug type. This is Put-em-Up, a pure bugmon based on the velvet worm, an arthropod that shoots strands of sticky slime from special glands to ensnare prey. Design-wise, I thought it'd be fun to turn the classic visual of Pikachu's cheeks into these slime glands, a visual that I keep up when it evolves into the bug dragon Stick-em-Up. Next up, we have a couple of regional variants that also tie into this episode's theme of franchise mascots. First, let's give some love to the Pikachu line, because, they definitely need it. Here's Pyara Raichu, an electric fighting type based on a very popular sport in Pakistan, cricket. I've never been crazy about cricket, but it is an important part of Pakistani culture, and Raichu's love of cricket has caused it to develop a bat-shaped tail and longer arms to properly swing it. I like to think that Pyara is one of the few regions where Raichu is more popular than Pikachu because of this regional form. Last but certainly not least, here's a regional form for a big face of the franchise, and one of my favourite Pokemon, Meowth. I love the regional forms it's received so far, and I had fun designing Ormatian Meowth, so I was always planning on doing a Meowth for Pyara regardless of any patterns or trends. You don't need a reason for more Meowth. Pyara Meowth is rock type, and is based on the Manul, also known as the Palace's cat. These guys have a lot of personality, and their distinctive round pupils, small rounded ears, and thick fur all make them internet sensations, and help them survive up in the mountains where few dare to tread. Like the Cantonian and Alolan Meowths, Pyara Meowth evolves into Pyaran Persian, the fluffiest Persian of them all. That's all for this episode. The question for this episode is, what are some other pre-existing Pokemon that you think could fill the alternate Pikachu spot for types I didn't mention in this video? Let me know if you'd add any of the Pokemon featured in this video to your Pyara region team too. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you next time.
Bomb!
The city back out into the wild. Let's take some time to explore some of Pokemon's big... Don't forget to breathe them out.